I'm Matt Fontaine again with First Tee Washington. We're here with Joey, she's helping us out. We're talking about hip mobility today. Real common issue you're going to see in your golfers of all ages. Tightness in the hips. Primary reason, we sit too much. I'm going to have Joey turn. We're going to talk about how we can use just a simple PVC. Golf club works well in this case as well. Turning just to the side, just lining her up here. If we have her hold her head to the back and the tailbone here, one of the things you'll see a lot is this increased curvature here, okay? So we want to be able to see a little bit of a space here, but not a lot, okay? So turn and face me for me. What happens when the hip flexors get tight in the front from sitting is it draws the spine, okay, turn, bring your arms up for me, into this increased curvature. It's one of the things we call lower cross syndrome. Basically what happens is we get weakness in the abdominal muscles and the glute muscles and tight lower back and tight hip flexors. That creates a lot of compression in the back and the pelvis rocks forward. Rock your hips forward for me. Stay here and just tilt your hips forward like this. Real common cause of lower back pain. If a posture is in this position at address, we add that torque of the golf swing, it can create a lot of problems in the golfer. So how do we fix that? Joey's going to show us. We're going to do a couple stretches. We're going to do the first one together. It's called a three-way hip flexor stretch. Okay, so come on down. What we're going to do is get the front leg out. Back up a little bit for me. Okay. The back leg is going to be flat. We're going to take our hand and put it right on the inside of the foot, and I'm using my arm to push out against the knee. All we're doing is keeping pressure there, and then we're going to drive our other hip forward to stretch here. Now one of the things Joey can do is she can just turn her belly button to face the left, or she can turn to face straight ahead or towards me slightly. And that's the three-way stretch. We're just going to spend about a minute, up to 2 minutes in this position, okay? Stretching out the hip. She's keeping constant pressure out here on the knee. That's going to help us to open up the left hip on the back side here, as well as the hip flexor in the front. Excellent. So now, after a minute or two, we're going to have her hop up. Excellent job. Remember, stretch both sides. Moving to a little bit more advanced, we're going to actually have Joey step into the band here. It's secured to our pull-up rig here. We're going to have you step through. Let's do the front leg on the left side. Okay? Good. Now you're going to grab that. She's going to get it right up underneath the hip, right up underneath the butt. Okay? From there, we're going to just set up a knee pad for her. Now we're going to bring this leg in front. You're going to step back with this one. Good. Come on back. There you go. Put that knee right down on the pad. There you go. Now get real tall. Okay? And what she's doing is basically driving her hips forward here. The band is going to help pull her into a stretch position. Good? What she wants to focus on here is posture, staying tall, making sure she's tight here in her stomach, and then she's active through the legs. And we're going to shoot for 1 to 2 minutes in this position. Okay? Awesome. All right, let's have you step on out. Okay? Good. Turn here for me. So what we're doing with the band is we're actually stretching the joint capsule. It's the shrink wrap around the joints. All joints have them. We're not really focusing on the muscle with this stretch. We're actually mobilizing the joint. And that's going to allow the joint to have a little bit more joint play and allow the joint to rotate, free up that motion in the hip, and allow better follow through in the golf swing. Also going to help address that postural issue we see where we're going to have that increased torque in the pelvis. Turn for me. That anteriorly rotated pelvis. Okay, let your hips go forward. These two stretches are going to help address this and get us into a better position. Give me a good address position for me with your arms down. Where we're going to see a good neutral spine and good mobility of the hips. We'll see you on the next series. Thanks, Joey. Good job.